I have a couple of words for all of you. Okay, maybe a few more than a couple. However, there are some specific ones that I want you all to take away today. You are in the right place. Whatever you're doing, wherever you are, that's where you're supposed to be. Hi, I'm Alexander Murta, and today I'm going to tell you all about my journey to finding my sense of belonging so you can too. Mistakes are part of learning. Even though they may bring you down, mistakes are part of life. But when you're hurt by one, it's easy to forget that. Instead of mistakes being learning opportunities, they start to seem like proof you don't belong. When my family and I first moved to Portugal, I wasn't afraid of new kids, a new school, or new cultures and languages. But that changed. In my first year, I was unfortunately bullied and excluded, and I made a mistake. I made the mistake of letting those moments define me. I let those experiences convince me that being open was dangerous. I stopped being open. I stopped trying new things. I eventually realized that living in fear of new experiences isn't a very healthy way to live. So, although it was difficult, I started trying new things. I joined clubs such as Drama Club and Model United Nations. And to my surprise, it went amazingly. I unsurprisingly met new people, people who I not only connected with, but became good friends with. So, how does this story help you? Well, first, you must understand that belonging, like I said, doesn't just happen. It's something you build on. For me, it was a process. It was the process of discovering myself, who I am, and who I want to be. Once you understand about what this process is, you can start on the tough and long path it is. Once you begin, you have to get past what might seem an insurmountably tall fence, being relearning to be curious. In my first year, when I lost curiosity, I didn't just lose interest in new experiences. I lost interest for possibility. Possibility for growth, possibility for connections, and possibility for joy. Curiosity is what pushes us out of our comfort, the comfort we run to when we encounter unknown things and problems. So, when I joined Drama Club and Model United Nations, it wasn't just about joining a club to act or debate, but about relearning how to be curious. After this, I could take my next step. This next step was taking initiative. Joining these clubs was a start, but that wasn't enough. I had to keep showing up and reaching out. Sometimes it's as simple as saying hello. Not necessarily one-on-one, but if you see a group of people with people you do and don't know, walk over there, be friendly, and introduce yourself. I understand this is what everyone says, but to be honest, everyone probably says it because it works. I mean, it worked for me, and now I'm up on this stage in front of all of you. And if you really want to and take initiative, any one of you could be up here one day. Before we move on, there's a point I'd like to make. I didn't change who I am as a person to find belonging, and neither do you. But you do need to change the things around you, the things that may bring you down, like your environment. Try and join a club with people that share the same interests as you. It puts you in an area where you can have conversations that are more easy-flowing. You should also try and change your mindset. Instead of thinking to yourself that you can't do things and that things are too hard, you should change them and turn them into positive goals that make you want to achieve them. This next part of my path was one of the hardest for me. Patience. Patience is crucial in anything. In this case, regaining confidence. I wish I had known this sooner, but I needed to be patient if I wanted to regain confidence. Confidence is like a skyscraper. If you want to build a skyscraper, you need a strong foundation. It might take a while for that foundation, but you have to be patient for it. The same applies here. It may take weeks or months before you start to feel confident, but you just have to wait for it. And it'll be worth it once you do. I'm not saying that you should stop your initiative and just wait. I made this mistake. I thought that if I sat in Drama Club long enough, somebody would come up to me and talk to me. That somebody never came. And that's nobody's fault except mine. I should have continued to take initiative by finding a group of people and waiting patiently to involve myself. Patience isn't just about involving yourself and talking to people. It's looking in the right spot for these people. I had it easy in this sense, as I did not have to search far. However, luck won't always be on your side, and you may have to search and search, and it'll bring you down and make you think that you can't find your people. But you just need to continue to take initiative and stay patient. This next step in my journey was gaining courage. Courage isn't about absence of fear. It's moving on while fear is present. I was afraid of being open. I was afraid of being judged for who I am. Gaining my courage wasn't about eliminating those fears. It was about moving on in spite of them being there. Belonging rarely comes to those who sit down and wait for something to happen. So, I realized that I needed to form courage so I could get up and act on opportunities, to push and fight my fears. At this point to belonging once more, I realized that I had the ability to not only be open with my close friends, but also with my regular friends, people who I'd not truly connected with yet. The feeling of trust and security only grows the more you give it space and water it needs. If I wanted to be completely open with people, I had to continue to reach out and talk to more and more people. I'm not saying that all I had to do was talk to people and I'd be super confident, but I did have to stay patient while looking around for more and more people who I could trust and connect with. This took a long time, and I'm still working on it to this day, which is completely fine, as the path to belonging is very long. The next, and in some words, the final part of my journey, was believing that I deserved to belong. Before, I believed that I didn't fit and that I wasn't welcome in other people's circles. These thoughts and beliefs shaped my behavior. They made me think that who I was wrong. However, once I started believing I could belong, everything changed. My attitude, my views, my energy, the way I approached conversations, it all changed. This energy that I would bring to groups was returned to me by many, providing me an even bigger confidence boost. And this would snowball and still continues to. So, to wrap things up, it's not about the destination. It's about the path to belonging. It's about the practice of showing up, the practice of staying open, the practice of choosing curiosity over fear, the practice of having courage and confidence, of piecing these steps together into a walk. You're in the right place in life. Even if it may feel confusing or uncomfortable, where you are is where you're supposed to be. Your experiences, your struggles, your mistakes are all strings woven into the fabric of belonging. I didn't find belonging because everything went right and was easy, but I found it as I learned from the mistakes I made along the way. And so can you. All of you can. Everyone here can find your community, your place, your people. You just need to stay curious, take initiative, and be patient. And when you do find them, it shouldn't be because you changed who you are, but because you chose to be yourself. Thank you.